Welcome back to Nerdy News with amazing updates on Hollywood pop culture and superheroes. Let's jump straight into Deadpool and Wolverine, where this movie has broken records. It has become the highest-grossing R-rated movie, a title previously held by the Joker movie. But Deadpool and Wolverine recently surpassed those numbers. Celebrating this, Kevin publicly released a note, thanking and appreciating the audience, which you can see on the screen. Along with this, Todd Phillips, who directed the Joker movie, shared an image appreciating Deadpool and Wolverine, almost like passing the torch of the highest-grossing R-rated movie. The movie is still in theaters, which means it will continue to make more money. As the film crosses the $1 billion mark, the marketing for Deadpool and Wolverine has resumed, with 2 new official art posters released, along with several set images being made public. Firstly, the body double of the mini Wolverine you saw in Deadpool and Wolverine released this photo. Even a concept art of that character has been released. Then, a behind-the-scenes image of the Wolverine hanging on the X-Men symbol from the movie was released. And after that, the most important concept art was this one, where you can see both Ben Affleck's Daredevil and Ghost Rider. If you've been following Nerdy News, you know that I mentioned that initially, both these characters were supposed to be in the movie, but mostly to save them for a secret appearance in the future, they weren't shown in this movie. Several new concept arts have been released, including concept art of many cameos. I'm showing them quickly. You can pause and take a closer look if you want. Meanwhile, in the same week, Alien Romulus was released. That movie is also receiving a lot of appreciation. As I make this video, critics have given it a rating of 81%, and the audience has given it 86%, with expectations that it might make around $1 million in its opening weekend. Let's move on to our favorite section with some small but major updates. Firstly, the trailer for the upcoming Thunderbolts movie was leaked online, and many people publicly watched it. Then, there's news that an animated Barbie movie is also being made. You might know that a long time ago, animated Barbie movies used to be released, so in the same way, a new animated Barbie movie is coming. Speaking of the Penguin series, Batman fans and Batman Universe fans have been eagerly waiting for this series. The update is that its episodes will start releasing from September 19th, but unfortunately, you'll have to wait for the episodes to be released weekly instead of all at once. Then you might know that the trailer for Hellboy, The Crooked Man, was recently released, and a Hellboy movie is coming. Some looks of Hellboy have been revealed from the movie. Moving on to James Cameron, who was recently talking about Avatar at the D23 Expo, he was asked about the Terminator universe, and he confirmed that he's working on a Terminator project but won't reveal any details for now, saying that it's very confidential. Then, on the DC side, some new art posters have been released for the upcoming animated series creature Commandos. And since we're talking about DC, everyone is waiting for the second season of Peacemaker. John Cena recently shared some details, saying that the filming for Peacemaker is still ongoing, and fans can expect the second season to be released in 2025. So these were the small but major updates. Now let's move on to some big news, like Daredevil, Born Again, as Charlie Cox himself has shared a lot of details. Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil, first mentioned that the filming is still ongoing, and he said that the first scene with all 3 characters reminded him of how it was shot on Netflix, and he didn't even feel like he was working for Marvel Studios this time. He also shared that the set pieces and props on the set were all made to feel authentic, and they were using some old props to give fans a genuine experience. He greatly appreciated the writers and said they did an excellent job. Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin, mentioned that there were some scenes in the series that he couldn't believe would be released publicly, indicating that this series will be very violent and R-rated. When asked which character he'd like to share the screen with, Charlie Cox said he loves the chemistry and on-screen presence between Spider-Man and Daredevil in the comic books, and he hopes to share the screen with Spider-Man in the MCU someday. Moving on in depth, there are rumors from Spider-Man 4 that Kingpin's character might appear in the next Spider-Man movie, which means we could see the legendary feud between Spider-Man and Kingpin. But yes, there are several rumors surrounding Spider-Man 4, such as a small appearance by the Amazing Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Let's see if something like that happens in Spider-Man 4. There are already rumors that all 3 Spider-Men will be seen together in Secret Wars. Since we're talking about Spider-Man, there's also an update that MCU and Sony can't use Kraven the Hunter in MCU movies now that Sony has already used him. This is quite an interesting detail. And while discussing Secret Wars, there are some rumors about both Secret Wars and Avengers, Doomsday. First, there's this arc that suggests we might see a connection between Scarlet Witch and Doctor Doom and Avengers, Doomsday. Then, there's the obvious rumor that Loki's character will appear in both Doomsday and Secret Wars. Another interesting rumor has just come out that Channing Tatum's character might also appear in Avengers, Secret Wars. Plus, Ghost Rider's character is also rumored to appear in Avengers, Secret Wars. I already mentioned that Ghost Rider was supposed to have a cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine, but perhaps they saved it for this movie instead. Finally, there's a rumor that Marvel Studios is in talks with Jennifer Lawrence about returning as Mystique. Now, whether that's for Secret Wars, Doomsday, or after all this for the Mutant Saga, there's no news yet. So yes, these were the updates for this week. I hope you're fully updated. If you are, then like the video, share it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. For the Kraven the Hunter trailer breakdown, check the video above, and to know 10 upcoming Marvel's movie, check the video below. I'll back with new videos soon.